As a parent, how did it feel looking at your son go through these positive moments as well as painful moments? What was your emotions looking at these moments where he missed out on the youngest grandmaster?
And see, when he comes out, immediately I will tell, why did not you make this move? My wife told you better don't watch the game and don't put pressure on him. I get upset, even now I get upset, but better I don't see him at all.
I'm Grandmaster Vishnu Prasanna, Chief Chess Officer at CircleChess, and today I have the honor of speaking with Mr. Rajinikanth, the guiding force behind the youngest world chess champion and father of Gukesh D. So today we will delve into the story of Gukesh's incredible rise, challenges you have faced as a parent, and we want to look at this from a unique perspective of a parent, right? So this interview is mainly for that. So my first question would be like, what was the first sign that you felt that Gukesh had the potential to become a chess champion, and how did you decide to nurture that talent?
Okay, when we started, I never saw that he will be a champion or anything like. We started chess just as a hobby, but seeing the amount of passion he is putting in and the amount of work he has been doing, he was loving what he was doing. So that was the main drive that both me and my wife decided, okay, when he is interested, we'll just support. We never had a target goal or something to make him a champion or anything. Since he was loving something that he was doing, we just wanted to encourage him. That is how we started.
So personally, I am aware that you took some extreme risks at certain moments. So how did, especially with regards to school and financial commitments as well, how did you deal with that fear as a parent?
Yeah, like even my parents and my wife's parents, they both thought either me or my wife are crazy or something like that. So we were doing out of normal things like. We just thought at that point of time, we thought it's just practical what we were doing. See, he was like doing both the school and the chess for the initial 2 years after he started. And he was topping both. Like in the school, he was the school topper, and in chess also, he was like rapidly growing. And then my wife suddenly told, why should he like do both, and we can try 1 year, he's quite young, we can try 1 year of chess completely and see how much progress he does. Then we just take 1 year break from putting both pressures, let him focus on one rather than putting energy on both. So that 1 year decision we took, he had a huge jump in chess, and then we could not come back. So
Okay.
so it's just a experiment we thought we'll do like that. So that's how we took him out of school. And so once it just went well, we just continued with it. That's it.
Yeah, that's a great story actually. I was not aware that was your wife's idea.
Yeah, it's right decision.
So even during our first meeting, you told me that, I will not get into technical things. You discussed with Gukesh and all that. So how did you develop that confidence to trust him? He was only 10.5 when he met me, or 11 years old. How do you get that confidence to trust him, even at such a young age, and to decide his coach or decide as what he wanted to pursue completely and what tournaments he wanted to go? And even over the next 2 years, there was a lot of tournaments that you guys had started traveling, right? So you fully supported him, mainly based on his decision making. How did you develop that? And what was your thought process to trust your child at such an young age?
First thing I should say, it's basically ignorance from my part. So it's nothing related. I have no knowledge about chess. So when you are not aware of something, it's better to like leave it to the kid who is doing, who is interested. He has worked out something like that. On his coaches, I never chosen any coach on my own, something like that. So initial coach was his school extracurricular coach. Bhaskar was from the Velamal's extracurricular. So it happened. He suggested he has skills in chess, you should put him in private class. So I just put him, you take yourself. So then he suggested his senior Vijayan. And you came into this thing, and your suggestion was given by Gukesh, not by me. So if I remember, Velamal school arranged a training camp for top kids in the Velamal school. So we had 3 days camp, and Gukesh attended that camp.
Yeah.
And as soon as the camp finished, he came home and he told, "Can you talk to Vishnu if he can train me or something like that?" So he told. I didn't know who is Vishnu at that time, in fact. So I just inquired the school to help me contact with Vishnu. And when they spoke to you and you were ready, then it started. And you know after that what happened. So you were there, and Gayevsky was suggested by Vishu Anand. So it was never my effort. So I didn't put any effort experimenting who is the coach or something. So Gukesh has some interests. He will give me clues that I like this person, I want to work with him. He will just give me inputs, and I do the logistics around it. So how it can work, what is the timing of this. This is the main thing. So since he knows better,
would you say
I just
at that stage the trust was natural to you? That
obviously, like
or generally you have the tendency to analyze by asking around, right? So even if your child suggests something, you have to ask around about the coach or
I do research on like the tournaments and how it can work, all those things. But the personal on which team he wants to work, whom he wants to work, I completely trust on him. So I think he is better qualified than me on this particular thing.
Okay.
If it is something else like the travel or hotel, which tournament, I can do research and then this is better than that or something like that. So training part, which I have no knowledge, I don't want to poke my nose into it. So I just go with him. If he feels, and it's his responsibility. If he takes a decision, if he feels this person is going to work well for me, whether it works or not, the responsibility is also his. So when you give that responsibility to the kid, they will take it like, okay, I have decided, I have no one to blame if it doesn't work or something. They will put more effort. This is my thought.
That's a brilliant point. That's what I was looking for.
This is even my wife never interferes in why should not this person, why not this guy. So we were not aware of the team members for the World Championship also. It's all decided by Gukesh and Gayevsky. And they only come to, this is going to be my team, arrange the other logistics. So that only I take care.
So as a parent, how did it feel looking at your son go through these positive moments as well as, of course, painful moments? Especially Olympiad 2022, let's say, the important game. What was your emotions looking at these moments where he missed out on the youngest grandmaster or this Olympiad game?
As a normal parent, I have these huge fluctuations in emotions anyway, for sure. To start with, when he was very young, I used to show it also. Like I get emotional, and if he loses, I get angry, all those things. And slowly I realized that whenever I lose my cool or I show my anger, his next games are huge disasters. The whole tournament collapses also.
Okay.
So it was like my wife pointed out that it's better you don't involve yourself. So previously I used to go and watch his game live. When he was playing, I'll go next to his table and I'll watch his game, all those things. And I didn't realize that maybe it's putting unnecessary pressure on him or something. So I was just out of curiosity what he is doing. I wanted to, as a parent, I wanted to see how he is doing, what he is doing. And I see these engines and see, when he comes out, immediately I will tell, why did not you make this move? You are +3, you are -3, all those things. So my wife told you better don't watch the game and don't put pressure on him. I get upset, even now I get upset, but better I don't see him at all. So I'll go to my room, he'll go to his room. So it's better, let him recover on his own. So I don't do any help, but I don't want to damage anything. So better to stay away. He will recover on his own. I know that he is capable of recovering on his own.
Yeah.
So rather than trying to help and damaging, I think it's his responsibility to come out. So it took me long time to do this. I still lose my cool now and then, but I'm trying to improve. Like what I was doing in the earlier years, I have learned from it, those mistakes. I'm trying to recover. Every day I'm trying to recover.
Yeah, definitely. As a parent also, sport is a very new thing, and it's a completely different, there's nobody to tell you how to approach it, right? So it will be a huge challenge.
The heat of the moment, we think, okay, we are upset at them, but we have to realize the person who is going to be the most hurt will be the player himself.
Yeah.
So more than us, they are going to be the most hurt. Okay, it takes some time and experience to detach from those things and not hurting them more than like helping us.
Yeah. So something that Gukesh has been praised for, right? So being humble and being grounded even after achieving as much as he has achieved. So where do you think that comes from? And of course, both the parents are involved in that. And I would say, I would give you guys the most credit for that. And what is your perspective on that?
Probably, I will say this: the atmosphere that he grew up, like the family atmosphere, and we have come from the middle income group, all those things, and we are in a joint family, all those things. And my wife is from the beginning, even before he came to chess, she tells a lot of stories from the epics, all those things. She was like giving him, it's better to be a good human being or something. So most of our discussions are this, like whatever you achieve, you have to like be grounded on those things.
Okay.
So this is even before he came to chess. So whatever, whether it's loss or gain, you should be grounded also. So he has, and he reads a lot of books on that level. So if you see, he'll be reading most of the autobiographies of this top sports person. So he understood that results may not be favorable all the time. So you will have good times, you will have bad times. You have to ride it as a sports person. You have to ride it, and so you can't be ecstatic when you are good, and you can't get depressed when you are bad or something. So when you maintain the balance, every day is not going to be the same thing. So that he has understood from his mother's stories and the books he has read. I think he is quite equipped now to handle those things.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. So he was a huge talent right from the beginning, and a prodigy. So right from, like, even when we start working, there were different kinds of expectations on him. Like we discussed with him also, he had his own expectations, but the society and probably the coaches are also put, and everybody, fans, they have certain expectations from him, which a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, or maybe even a 12-year-old is dealing with. How did you see that for him, and what did you think about it?
I think he doesn't care much about what is happening around. I think, and he's quite unique for his age. If you see, he doesn't focus much on social media or what's going on around or something. He just trusts on himself, and he listens to his circle of friends or well-wishers, mentors, all those things, rather than seeing who is criticizing him or who is like giving him expectations. So I don't think he is even aware much about what's happening around this. In a way, it's better. So I don't have to like tell him that you avoid these things, because he doesn't see social media. He doesn't know what's the hype going on around.
So that was his own personal decision, or it was motivated by parent?
No, it was his own decision. We never told him you should not avoid. You should avoid this thing. Or it's his decision that he doesn't want to use these things. He doesn't want to watch these things. That's all his personal decision. We never had any say on that.
Okay. We all know that you put your practice on pause, and you spend a lot of money, especially during the year that you played like 230 games, 240 games. How did you consider the risks involved in putting that so much money, investment, and your own personal career? When there's no guarantee, right? So of course there's no guarantee in any situation, but at that moment, how do you take these risks for him? Even not just the 2018 year, but also even 22, 23, there was a lot of crises where things were not so clear, even though he was getting close to the top. What motivated you to take those risks?
Okay, for like a very huge struggle as a financial thing, I think we had only for a couple of years, we had like 2017 to 2019, we had that very tough economical situation. That's again like when we took that 1 year break to see what is he going to do in chess, we realized that he's really good at chess. We have to support him at any cost. Then I started experimenting how people became grandmaster, all those things. I thought, okay, he has to go to Europe and play. Like till 2300, he has never gone out of India to play any tournament. So till that time I was managing here.
Yeah.
Then we realized, okay, now he has to focus on chess, he has to become grandmaster. And we thought before he comes to 10th, where he has to give public exams, we have to achieve that. That was our initial thought. So before he gets to the 10th exams where he is going to focus on academics, we have to make him a grandmaster or something. So how to make him a grandmaster? We have to go to Europe and play tournaments. So how to do that? Someone has to travel. So me and my wife decided who is going to travel with him, who is going to work. So someone has to go. So like that. Then we decided, okay, my wife sticks with the job and I will travel with him. That is the reason that I quit practice. I shut down my clinic and I started traveling with him. Initially, we started with too much of excitement and we started playing. And after a point of time, we thought, okay, we are exhausting all the resources. We didn't have resources, but we didn't want to stop because he was still progressing and he was close to becoming the youngest GM, and he was struggling hard. So then we took loans and our friends pitched up all those things. So once he became a grandmaster, then we never thought about, okay, 10th exam. Now it's next go to the top only. So
I remember that discussion coming up once or twice, especially.
Yeah, it looks fine now. But at that time, definitely, even my family was, as I told, they were thinking I've gone completely mad or something. So we took that risk, but if there was a stagnation or if we didn't progress, I could have stopped or I could have thought something else. Or I was never worried about the finance. I thought I can manage somehow. Somehow we can do something. But I don't want to stop him just because of the economic thing. When he is not progressing, if he is stagnant, I would have thought it is different. Okay, you do the studies first, then we can come back to chess. He was continuously giving positive results. So that really motivated as a parent. Okay, when he is progressing, I should not stop. Come whatever way, we'll just go with that. Then this pandemic came. So exactly when we were completely broke, this pandemic came. So we were not traveling and I got back to practice. So our expenses cut down and our income again came back. So we were again getting some resources to again try. So once the pandemic eased off, whatever resources we gained in that 1 year, we again went for like 6 months, we didn't come back at all. We were continuously playing. Some risky decisions, some favorable decisions came in our way. So we didn't want to stop. Main thing was like his progress. He never stagnated anywhere. So that gave us the motivation, okay, we'll just keep supporting. So
yes, sir, looking back, it has all worked out so well, but definitely.
Yeah, if something has gone wrong, everybody would have like, this is the guy who spoiled this life or something.
So Gukesh has had a very unique childhood to an adult. So he's been through a different journey. What kind of life skills has Gukesh gained through chess? How has this game shaped his personality, and what does the game offer a person apart from the professional success that he achieves?
What has chess given to Gukesh? Like you can see the personality, what he shows now. Very calm. He's cool under any circumstance. He was not at all this kid when he started. He used to throw tantrums at home. He's very aggressive with his mother, all those things. I think coming into chess, he understood that you need to be calm. Maybe chess has given that calmness. This calmness came after he came to chess. And the biggest lesson he has gained from chess is like, I think he very well understands by now that nothing is permanent. You can be successful today, but if you are not focused enough and work hard, you will slip very easily. So you have to keep focusing and working hard to stay at that level. So that I think he has understood by now. So he never takes it for granted. Even after any huge tournament victory, even after World Championship match, whenever he's traveling, he's still seeing chess and solving puzzles or working on when is my sessions or those things. He doesn't want to rest on his laurels and he just wants to focus and improve. I think that is what the biggest lesson. So there is you cannot be the same every day. Yeah.
That's a great answer. So Gukesh is still preparing despite his.
He started preparing already.
Great. How has Gukesh's growth changed your perspective on parenting and personal growth? What is a parent's role before chess and after chess? Like, what has this journey done for you to teach about parenting?
Before chess, I thought I know a lot better than him. So I thought I should make decisions for him. But after chess, I thought I have a lot to learn from him. Yeah? So the way he handles himself, come whatever be the pressure, I cannot handle pressure till now. So if a media person asks the second question, third question, I will get it. But he is giving non-stop. So I thought now I understand that still I have a lot to learn from him. So how he handles situations, how he keeps cool.
Yeah, that's great answer. Great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.